Superman 1983-7 here. I received a message from my brother. He has a YouTube channel. It's called Goochist. I will leave the full manifesto in the description pane. My brother is one of the only people that I can have a good common talk with about my religious views, my take on religious values, and so on and so forth. About a week ago, or a little bit more, my brother sent me a Facebook message. He declared it his Atheist Manifesto. I would like everybody to listen to what he had to say. I'm going to read it off. You can also read it for yourself. And I would like you to comment on what you believe, how you view his take on religion, and you know, don't forget to rate it, and by all means, please subscribe to my channel. There's also I'm also part of Atheist Nexus. I do have discussion boards there, and I do make blog posts there as well. I'm going to get started on my brother's manifesto. Let's get started. First and foremost, I do not hold a degree in the field of evolutionary biology, nor am I considered to be an authority in the area of theocracy. In the scientific community, I most likely would be considered as the ambiguous middleman, a lowly Bowery, ever so gracefully swinging near the middle link in the evolutionary chain of the self-educated. But above all things, I am, if nothing more than, a whisper in the steadily rising crescendo of the unheard voice in the battle between religion and common sense. I am an atheist. This is my manifesto. It goes without saying that there are questions in this life that will continue to go unanswered, at least in our lifetime anyway. One of the most important is that of the origin of our existence as a species, and the reason behind it. For me, the fear of not knowing is heavily outweighed by the unscrupulous nature of those who are generally disinclined to question it at all, and even more so towards those who so willingly and obsessively subject themselves to a nonsensical fabrications found in every religious doctrine known to exist. In order to satisfy their seemingly insatiable curiosity involving such grandiose things, it confuses me as to why fictitious, archaic gibberish, the likes of whimsical tales of talking snakes, old men, and their oceanic expeditions, that at least in one case may or may not have involved strange experiments in the field of animal husbandry, and glorious yarns of prophetic resurrections seem to champion over the abundant and ever accumulating amount of scientific evidence we possess. Perhaps I'll never really know for sure. It would be an easy assumption to make that the religious as a whole are merely a mass culture of feeble-minded mammals, who find comfort in clinging to such ridiculous beliefs due to their lack of reason, and perhaps fear of or the inability to question the motives of what is ultimately, at least in Judeo Christian customs, a culture bearing remarkable resemblance to a totalitarian society. However, as combative as we are towards one another, etched deep within the dividing line between the devout and the atheist is a certain kinship, a common trait we possess, in the sense that there is nothing, I have to get down here, there is nothing that you can say to an atheist such as myself that would suddenly make him believe in a God, other than physical, undeniable evidence that he exists, just as much as there is absolutely nothing you could say to a religious devout that would lead him or her to believe that there is no God, unless, of course, you provide them with some sort of physical, undeniable evidence. Despite our similarities, we clearly have differing views of what evidence actually is. Where is my evidence? Well, to that I am always unsure as to how to answer, but it's a ridiculous, redundant question to ask on both ends of the spectrum. Other than the obvious and numerous fallacies in the Bible, and despite a true dueling of Occam's razor in the entirety of the argument, our inability as atheists to disprove the actual existence of God in no way affects the validity of evolution, and in no way negates the fact that religion is not the answer, which provides the means to decipher the riddle of the universe. But more to the punchline, in a nonchalant pursuit of it, there is a majesty in the universe that holds no right, and I, for one, refuse to belittle that awesome beauty and mystery of it to the dumbfounded limits of religion imposed upon it. To do so would be a shame and a mockery to us all. We are ever so much more than a glorified flock of long-lost sheep, and should no longer allow the wool to be pulled over our eyes. Stand up and fight for reason, the Goochist. Now, these are my brother's views. His take on how he views himself as an atheist and how he sees other people in their religious context. He doesn't hold any kind of contempt towards the religious. He understands that the religious are in one category. They're in a category that they have been taken in by something that they believe they are not allowed to question. They are not allowed to judge. And when it comes up to deciphering whether religion or atheistic views are correct, they will go on their side. They'll go by the Bible. It doesn't matter how apparently false or contradicting the Bible might be, they follow it. And it's the great part about religious people is that 80% of the religious will cherry pick the Bible in some form or fashion. They no longer take the entire Bible as the inspired Word of God. It is not inherently true. There's now metaphors in there, and things that say one thing but now is meant to mean another. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to read over my brother's manifesto, or listen to my video again, and tell me what your views on his views are, and how do you perceive the religious and the non-religious. Thank you.